because no one cared about the WNBA. And so these guys could go play their game in anonymity with very little pressure. No one really cared.
Exactly. What's up, world? Welcome back. Charge the Game podcast. Today's video is going to be a reaction to Jason Whitlock exposing the real truth on why Caitlin Clark got eliminated from the WNBA playoffs. Let's react together, guys. Make sure you jump in here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video. Let's go.
You know, I don't want. And then WNBA players got upset. We don't have the privilege of just playing basketball. We have to care about these social issues. She's playing in a social issues league that wants to wear shirts that say vote, wants to scream Black Lives Matter, wants to push some sort of political agenda. She just wants the ball.
And real quick, just to piggyback off of Jason Whitlock, it's crazy how, you know, these women are mad at Caitlin Clark because she does not want to, you know, entertain, you know, all of the other things, all of the politics. Let's just call it what it is. All of the politics that are outside of the court. Yes, I know that she got dinged because she liked, you know, Taylor Swift's, you know, endorsing Kamala Harris's, you know, campaign. But other than that, the girl just wants to play basketball. And what Jason Whitlock is saying is these women are mad because that's her primary focus. But let me mind you guys, Jordan, Michael Jordan, who the black community adores and loves, he was the same way. He just wanted to play basketball, right? He just wanted to play basketball. In some ways, Kevin Durant is the same way. He's a little sensitive, but who knows how the world would be if social media was even around back in the Jordan era. So I don't think that, you know, Caitlin Clark was wrong. I don't think that she should be revered or hated for that. And that's what these women do. They want to make her feel shitty about her being a white woman in America and having fame. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, I know it sounds crazy coming from a black man, okay? But how about we just try to put ourselves in her shoes? I mean, like, I get it. You know, it's going to be resentment and jealousy. People hated Jesus. Okay, let's just start there. People hated Jesus. He was revered and disliked amongst his own kind. Okay, whether you're religious or not, that's just saying a mouthful. But, you know, to see what Caitlin Clark is going through, man, I think that it was just well needed for her to have like this mental break from the game, man. Leading up from college up until now, it has been nothing but a black and white thing, and that's ruining the sport. And I just feel like at the end of the day, the WNBA is not ready for the big lights. They are not ready for prime time. They need to get their house in order because you have the eyes on the game, you have the support, and you quickly let all of the fan base down to keep these angry butch women happy. You're only failing yourselves, and they seem to not get that.
She just wants to be the best basketball player. And she's caught up in this political deal, and she's caught up in this racial discussion, and she's dealing with Nike, an organization that got her on a bargain basement deal and is telling her, well, we're going to wait to promote you until we're done promoting Asia Wilson.
Now, I want you guys to pay attention to what he just said. I thought that was a little crazy. Maybe I thought I was the only one. But you guys saw that Caitlin Clark signed a $28 million Nike deal. However, she still plays in Kobe's. Her shoes have not been manufactured. I don't know what design. I don't know. But you guys saw that Asia Wilson has been the best player in the league and has been running the league. What does Nike do? They push her to the forefront, give her a shoe that nobody buys, some weird logo, just so the sisters will not be mad. Now, in that case, I can kind of understand that, right? I mean, if whether I'm white or black, if I'm dominating the league and this new kid gets a shoe deal, I'm like, hey, what the hell is going on here? I totally get that. But Jason Whitlock is doing the right thing by exposing Nike because Nike stays woke. A lot of people have mixed emotions about Nike. To me, Nike and Disney are the same, basically.
And she's in the middle of all of these racial discussions that she has nothing to do with, wants nothing to do with, and then they're demonizing her fans. And these Indiana Fever players are all caught up in the middle of this too. They're all having conversations they used to not have because no one cared about the WNBA. And so these guys could go play their game in anonymity with very little pressure. No one really cared.
Exactly. Let me tell you guys what he means by that. Their whole world has been shaken up because the attention is now on them. And now that the attention is on them, they want the attention, but it's on them because of Caitlin Clark. You see, they lived in a world on their own where nobody gave a damn. Nobody gave a damn about the WNBA, for crying out loud. Nobody cared. I still don't care, especially since Caitlin Clark is out of the playoffs. I told you guys I'm going to make a video about these ratings because no one's going to be interested. It is what it is. They didn't do their due diligence and protect Caitlin enough for fans to have, you know, to stretch their support. Like if I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, maybe if you guys took care of my girl a little bit, I say, you know what? I like the way her and Caitlin match up. I'll watch her on Caitlin Clark's behalf. I mean, that's just how fans think. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the truth. It's the same way I watch Kansas City. Even though they beat my Eagles, I still watch Kansas City. The kid's an easy kid to root for. But what does the NFL do way better than the WNBA and the NBA? They keep their league very traditional for the most part. It's a team sport, and it's a great show. It's a great show at the end of the day. So it keeps fans engaged, whether it's your team or not. And that's where they feel with the WNBA, man. Like her teammates are feeling some type of way. They aren't used to this type of sold out arena, you know, feeling. Even though Caitlin Clark had this in college, some of these didn't have these. Some of these women didn't have this in college unless they were competing on a high stage like the championship or the Big Four, or however that tournament works. And it's just all mishandled at the end of the day.
No, they're in this bubble. Every arena they go to is filled to the rim.
Told you.
There's all this conversation. It's all exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a little small 3-4 week break because of the Olympics, but it still wasn't much of a break because a lot of the discussion was, how come she ain't on the Olympic team? But they get a short little break for one straight year. Everything, the weight of the world, and all these political and racial discussions centered around Caitlin Clark. And I look at last night's game and go,
can you disagree with that though? I want to ask my key audience, how would you feel if you were Caitlin Clark toting the whole WNBA world? That is on the court and off the court. Caitlin Clark really can't express herself. Some say that's why she takes it out on the refs. That's a lot of pressure for a 22, 23-year-old kid. And she handled it very gracefully. But she didn't have the team support, one. And she doesn't, in my opinion, she does not have the coach. You're going to need to get a male coach, right? I will be making a video about how Angel Reese screwed this coaching thing up. And Angel, what's her name? The coach Weatherspoon got released or fired, whatever her name is, right? But Caitlin Clark, man, from college to the pros, she's well compensated, but she's very well stressed. And I got the same sentiment because even just making all of this content of Caitlin Clark, I mean, we're just on the outside making content, but could you imagine how it really is to be in a locker room in a black girl league? Let's call it what it is. And you know that nothing can go in your favor. These white girls not about to step up and try to fight these sisters. And these sisters damn sure ain't about to turn on each other. Look at Caitlin Clark's teammate and DJ Carrington right here in the photo. Now Jason Whitlock is a little petty because he has her nails painted while the whole picture is colored except for Caitlin Clark, because these are the nails that poked her in the eye.
The play with Fat Ben Lane where they had her tied up and everybody just kind of walked away, I was like, oh man, they can't wait to get to Cancun. They're going to give their best effort. They wanted to win that game, but I think there was also part of them to just like, let me get to Cancun, let me get out of this bubble. I need a break.
And that's the truth, because these women have never challenged themselves outside of trying to make it to the WNBA, right? They have not challenged themselves to dig deep on a daily basis the way that Caitlin Clark does. I mean, they think that their level of competing was high until they got with the Caitlin Clark and they realized that she's intense. They realized that she is very matter of fact, They realized that she cares, right? Ain't nobody trying to be in no scissoring ass group message. Ain't nobody trying to scissor you guys on the away game trips. Ain't nobody trying to scissor with the other teammates. And Kelly Clark is strictly basketball. Heterosexual, has a man, and she's boring to them. She's boring to them because she cares about her job. These women in the WNBA were perfectly fine being underpaid as long as they could feel like a man. That's what it is. These women want to feel like a man. They just don't think like them. They want to think like them, but men know how to get together and handle their business. Men know how to do what's best for not just myself, but for the whole group. Men know what to do best to feed and provide for their families. Some of these women don't want kids, don't have kids, can't have kids because there's no penis being involved, right? I hate to go there, but that's just the truth. So guys, tell me, what do you think about the points that Jason Whitlock made? Do you guys think that it was the perfect timing to end the playoffs? And do you guys believe that these are valid reasons why Caitlin Clark really lost in the playoffs? Let me know your comments, your thoughts, and your concerns. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.